gentle people, gentle folks. Welcome back to the Black Gay Perspective. I am one of your co-hosts, Richard, and I'm back because I know y'all missed me last week. I'm back again with my amazing co-host, and we got a special guest. I know familiar faces y'all seen before. We got Mesha and we got Bryson in the house with us tonight.
Hello.
Hey y'all.
Hey.
What's up?
Nothing. I'm still lost last week. Where were you? I had to fight by myself.
Oh, girl,
I
know.
saw that.
It got real spicy.
I had to fight.
You turned it like y'all was like you me and you like back in the day.
I was like, not again.
It got spicy.
Richard not Richard. What's his name? Dante.
Dante, yeah. Dante, we miss you, bro.
We do.
Yes.
We miss you. Hope everything is well.
We promise that we all gonna be on camera together, y'all, again, because it seems like every other week one of us is gone and somebody missing, but you know. If we don't like each other, we should just say that.
I know! Bitch, I don't like you. I'll catch you next week.
Okay, girl.
Yeah. But Bryson, how are you?
I've been great.
How's everything? How's the music going?
The music is going good. I got a new song that's coming out. It's called Can You Hear Me Now? That's going to be premiering later on this month. And I've been getting into my studio work. You're not really releasing much music because I'm now more on the business side.
Mm-hmm.
And then
so you're doing the producing and the mixing and all that kind of that side?
Mm-hmm. And then just giving people a music education for those, when I'm in the studio, letting them know how to make it actually sound like a record. Mm-hmm. And then I actually have a apparel line that I'm actually working on that we'll be releasing soon called Mindful Apparel. So I've been a lot of my time has just been focusing on that, to make generational wealth. That's what I'm looking for.
Oh, you better know it, honey. You better know it because the girl might need a loan. So shake and go, honey.
No,
yes,
it was sad because, you go to these jobs and the fact that they can just, we don't need you anymore.
Yeah, that's
like,
the thing.
I can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that.
We live in the era of entrepreneurship.
Yeah, and we also live in a state with fire you at free will,
yes.
too.
This is facts.
Yes. So that's very, and I encourage anyone, it's hard, it's a lot of work, but I feel good about it, and everyone has given me,
thumbs up.
10
That's amazing. That's
Thank
amazing.
you. Thank you.
And we're going to talk a little bit more about that with Bryson here on the show tonight. We're going to do a little interview about the new show that's coming out.
Yes.
I know y'all seen it all on social media, Real Life and Music. So we're going to do a little interview with Bryson about that, so y'all stay tuned to that as well.
Please do.
Yes, and so we got some topics to talk about today, of course, y'all.
Let me fix my blouse, honey. Get my blouse together.
Y'all know we got to start with something. We usually start with something a little heavy, but then we got some things that I think is worth celebrating. But we want to get the first topic out of the way.
Of course.
It's real heavy. I think, it just talks about how much work we still got to do, particularly for our community. But this first topic we're going to talk about, so in Uganda, lawmakers on Tuesday approved some of the world's largest and most harshest anti-gay laws, making some crimes even punishable by death. And then for people who identify as LGBT, up to 20 years in prison. And they said the objective of this bill was to establish a comprehensive and enhanced legislation to protect, listen to this, to protect traditional family values, our diverse culture, our faith, by prohibiting any form of sexual relations between persons of the same sex. Whew. Take a beat. Everybody take a beat. Take a beat. Take a beat and think about
Waiter, I need a drink.
I'm shocked. I just learned about this today. I did not know that was. I knew that they had strict how they looked at it, but I never would have think that humanity would even consider that. How could you even? I mean, I can understand you have your religious beliefs. I can understand you have your values and different things of that nature. But to say that you can, because of your gay, we control your life and we can do that. I can understand that. That you don't agree with necessarily what I got going on in my position, but just you can shun it all day. You can scream at me. You can I can be willing to defend myself and do all the shit I gotta do. If I gotta fight, if I gotta argue, if I gotta do, but don't put it in law. Who does that?
And then when you and my thing is, if I'm walking in Uganda, and you see me walking. You can follow me to my home, which is my sanctuary, which is my peace, which is my salvation, and pull me out and burn me and stone me, and there's nothing nobody can do about it.
Yeah, and that's what I was just telling earlier, Logan. That's what happened a few years ago. There was these two gentlemen that got caught in the house together, and they were having intercourse, and they came out in sheets, and they stoned. The crowd surrounded them in the circle, wouldn't let them leave out the circle, and they just stoned them and sticked them to death. And then they were pouring gasoline. Ooh, jeez.
Laying them on fire
and they lit them on fire.
So you and with that, where's your faith? God did not give you the authority to take life.
People believe that though. Like I think that these religious beliefs, right? Like we said, it's okay for people to have religious beliefs. And I think Billy Porter said that, I think one time on Breakfast Club, he was saying like, you can hate me all you want, you can disagree with my lifestyle, you can do all that, but to write it in legislation,
that's something
totally different. That means like, because regardless if we know it or not, like laws and policy control our everyday life.
It does.
So if they're writing this in law, this is making it okay for people to hate, kill, murder LGBT people.
And how far?
Like that's
and I feel like it's sad too, because I looked at the coverage and when I was looking at it, and it's so public that I'm guarantee you it's going to start trickling down to the U.S.
That was just what I was just about to ask. How far is Uganda from United States? What are we going to do as the gay community, even the viewers? What are we going to do to get out of that stone circle? What are we going to do?
Yeah.
What are we going to do?
I mean, it's especially with the laws against drag and against all.
Yeah, it's like we're not too far behind.
We're not too far behind.
About this close. That's the scary part for me. I'm like, it's scary to think like Uganda, yeah, that's over there, but like when we think about the way the laws and the justification for the law, right? I think I'm not even necessarily upset with the laws and stuff like that.
Right.
But it's like when you ask politicians why they're doing
they
it,
have no answer.
There's no clear answer, but it just stems from hate. Or then try to lie and say we're protecting the kids. But like some kids are LGBT. So how are we protection of the kids? And that's your justification. Like it's just scary because how far are we from being just like that? Basically.
What would we do if that comes to United States and they're adamant about it?
Like
and there's
and
there's
I'm
no
honey.
but what if, but I can't play that.
Straight.
I can't.
Okay, that's what I'm gonna do.
But I can't do that.
I know.
So
you still
well, you're a woman, so it's not like you go in now.
But I still have sex the old-fashioned way. You get what I'm saying?
Don't tell nobody, Craig. We're just gonna have to go on the DL again, Channel.
Oh my God!
I ain't trying to lose my life for no dick.
I know. But what?
That shouldn't be a
fucking topic of discussion. And we're making light of it because we're trying to bring the softer side of tears to this. It's really sad.
And you know what's sad about it too, if you look at, because I was looking at the drag, I was like, why do these people, but I do understand some of it, like, with the show, some of the shows are just like, I've seen it was some reading time thing and the drag queen was performing and she had these
humongous melons.
Yeah, she was like, and she was flipping and doing all of this and this is at a kid's, and I'm just like, okay, and now, but I understand some things, but then also, the way that it's like we're distracted so much, they're sliding these bills in that it's right under the radar because we distract about TikTok and dance videos and trends and all the other kind of stuff, but we're not paying attention to these. They're just having a ball, sitting back at the lobby, just laughing.
I'm gonna get you, gay motherfucker, one way or the other.
And then covering it up with like, oh, we're protecting the kids. And a lot of the thoughts that we have are traditional, right? And even for me, like there are things that I traditionally think, but even those thoughts are going to expand. Like I don't think those things are going to expand. What we know as tradition is not the same, whether we agree or not.
I get that.
But it's still reality at the same time.
I think, and then people, I think at the end of the day, kids should be able to like learn those things, and I think it's not necessarily a bad thing because I just imagine if I was given not instruction, right? I don't think there should be instruction. Like,
right. I don't think you should have a guide too.
Right, but like if to hear stories and see stories as a little boy who feels like they like other little boys before I even know what all that means, to be able to see that in the book would have been empowering to me.
Okay. Right.
So yeah, thank y'all for indulging in that conversation. We will be right back here.
Grab a snack and come on back.
Come on back. welcome back to the Black Gay Perspective. I'm here with my co-host. We just had a very heavy discussion about the laws in Uganda, and we do some research and find out more about that. And again, like I think what Mesha said, like what are we gonna do as a community to like help fight against those types of things, laws and legislation that basically tells us our lives don't matter. But to be on a lighter side, I think this topic is worth celebrating. So there's an article that was written that talked about 4 different types of like black love and a black family, and it featured like particularly a black gay family, 2 black gay men who started a family, and then I think it also included like a polyamorous bisexual woman as well. But the point of the matter is that they displayed 4 different types of black love and what the black family could be, right? And celebrating that what we know as the black family is changing. Like I said before, like the traditions that we think are changing in a progressive,
you just don't
very
eat turkey on Thanksgiving no more.
Right. Traditions are changing. So this article wanted to explore 4 different types outside of what we know as the traditional black family. Of course, including a black gay family I talked about. There's a polyamorous bisexual woman who has multiple children, multiple partners. There's a black woman who's married to a white man and they have biracial children. And then I forgot what the 4th one was. But basically celebrating what different types of black families and black love looks like, and saying that black love is on a spectrum and that love is not a gender. But like, what is that, the idea of family, mean for you all?
I've thought about children. I still think about children. I do. Because you need to leave something behind. And not with just dying and leaving something behind. You need to leave what you've learned along the way. And they piggyback off of dad and bank accounts and houses and cars. That's just, that should come with the territory. But I think we all should leave something besides a YouTube post in our legacy. I do believe in family. I do believe that one day I'll meet a husband and he'll take me to the sperm bank and we'll pick out a number and I'll inject, and 9 months later, my bundle of joy will be here. Yes.
For me, I like the idea of the family and that family dynamic, whether that includes children or not. I won't want children, but I know my family could be me just and my partner and everything of that nature. As of right now, just where we are as a community, because it's so broken as far as like how we're still kind of learning how to love each other, because we've been in such in the closet for so long. Now, we're still kind of learning. I think it will be possible as long as I actually build with that person, and that we actually take the time to actually have a friendship, and then make that to be the foundation. And that's where I will want to go from there.
Okay, would you want to marry, like traditionally get married, then children, or you just don't care? You don't care how it comes.
I don't want to get married to no man. No. We could be together. We can create businesses together, but that's a business. A marriage is a business, and I don't want to put myself in a situation where we get a divorce. We splitting up and get a divorce, and then everything is I gotta split my because my assets and all that. So we can love on each other and we can be together. You can call me. We can call each other. We're married, but I don't think a piece of paper is going to constitute that our relationship. If it's important for him, then we.
That's what I was about to say. What if it's important to the other partner for that holds a lot of weight to them? Would you consider it?
Oh yeah, I will consider it, but I also would rather just do it to where we make a business contract, because that's technically what a marriage is, and then we can make it to where we have our own contract to what happens if we were to get into. I need something we'll be able to control, so. That will make more sense to me, and then we can do it. We can do everything in that way, but I don't want the government involved in our relationship.
What about you?
I think clearly things exist on the spectrum, right? So all of us don't even have the same idea of what a black family is, and I think that's dope. I think that none of us, there's no cookie cutter way, especially black, like we don't really have an example. But for me, I do want a family. What that looks like, I'm open to it, but I do know I want to be with someone, whether it's marriage or not, like I want to be with someone for a long time, that we have a good partnership, and whatever that looks like, however that shows up, I just want to know that I'm with somebody that we created our own example of what we want our relationship to look like, and that may be kids, that may not be. I just know I know that's something that I want to build a family with someone. And definitely.
And think about before it was gay marriage, people was doing it for years, you know. The only problem would be, here's the difference with me, and I learned that this is actually possible. What I would do if I wouldn't, usually the only reason that a lot of the gay people were getting married is so that they can have some type of right if something happens to their
other
partner.
person.
Or make sure they're in the will, but you actually can get something written up contractually and legally that shows that you do have authority or power of attorney over your partner, over your situation.
Do y'all believe in marriage, gay marriage?
Yes. Well, let's leave that question for our audience, and we can probably talk about that another time. Like, do we believe? I think that's a good question. Do we believe in gay marriage? But the point of this conversation was like, black love exists on the spectrum. Love has no gender, and I believe that black gay people, we deserve a family in whichever way that looks like. Share in the comments below and let us know, do you want a family? What does a family look like to you?
And honey, if you do, don't you move to Uganda.
And if it looks like The Rock or Tay Diggs, talk to me. We can get married.
Right.
We can do that.
Don't talk about Uganda, honey.
We'll be right back after this.
Honestly believe that your music sounds
Truly, wholeheartedly, I'm fucking truly. My hand is.
they don't know what they do.
Bitches don't want to make music, they want to fight. Which one y'all want to do? Because I'm all about all of it.
You already know what it is. RB3L, Rebel, of course. It's high key, the most decorated artist on this platform.
Said you was gonna piss on this man.
I had no problem with that. I was gonna piss in his mouth.
I know.
And I wanted him to get my head to me.
Piss in my mouth!
Oh, is that what that was?
Yeah.
Once I get negative, then we can take it out. I will beat you.
I don't fuck with none of you guys.
But hold on, let me get something to drink.
Hi, everybody, and welcome back to the Black Gay Perspective. I'm still here with my co-host and our special guest.
Yes.
But I have a topic that I want to know how y'all feel about it, honey.
Okay.
It's my special topic with sex, love, and relationship, and we're gonna grab a hold to sex. And squeeze it, spicy, and shake it all over your face. Yes. So I want to ask you guys, what is the most explosive, like heated, passionate sex that you've had? We're gonna start with our special guest, Bryson.
Mine was when I was younger. It was when I first started, and it was
Sexual activity.
yes, it was my first. I had this guy. I was in a program called Big Brother Program in Jersey, and because my father wasn't there, and I ran away when I was 16, so I was like kind of like all over the place. And there was this guy that was appointed to me as my big brother. It was like big old Jack, like football player. Like, he was a big dude with this security.
Go on. Go on.
He worked at Rent Center too.
Go on.
So anyway, and he was like part of the motorcycle club.
Go on.
Like, yeah, son, it was everything.
I don't know where this is going.
Yeah, so
Go on.
now I was about 17. I was going to be an Asian appropriate. I was 17 and he was 23, and we would hang out all the time together.
Your big brother.
Yeah, my big brother, and he even got to the point where his girlfriend would get mad because he would pick me up from work literally every day. But once I started hanging out when I actually saw her, I realized the reason, because she was a menace. She was like one of those. nagging him or whatever.
So he didn't want to go home.
He didn't want to go home. So I would be there to his peace and everything of that nature. So one day I remember waking up to her saying, they was arguing, and because I stayed the night over, and she just said, well, go fuck Bryson then.
Oh! Well, okay.
And I was like, ooh. So we decided that night that he invited me to this pool party. He said, you want to go to a pool party? So I was like, yeah, I'll go to a pool party. It was the first time I've been to a pool party, and it was smoking weed. And first time I smoked weed, and it was this banister, and I almost fell over it. So anyway, to fast it up, I got super sick, and he just took me downstairs and was like nurturing, giving me soup and trying to get my stomach right. Everybody ended up leaving. I think this was when Beyonce had her concert out, and I was laying on him like normal, and I noticed that he started getting erect. So I looked up at him, and girl, I pulled it out.
Not you put out his big pistol.
Girl, I pulled it out.
I his boxers.
Look, it said, it was like, literally, it was
boy.
so pretty, and I was like, oh my God. So then I started giving him head, and then he turned me around, like later in the process. And
I turned you around like this.
Yeah, literally. And then,
like they said,
yeah, and then he commenced, and then after that, like we was a little awkward, but we did it like 4, 5, 7, a couple more times, and then he moved away. So that was the most explosive. I literally felt like, but I actually loved this man, so that's why.
You were already in love before y'all had sex.
Right. So that's why I wanted to experience, because the sex will be even better. Yeah. That's why I want to wait for that.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you one question. In your mind, did you know this was going to happen?
No.
You didn't?
No, because I always laid on him. I always, we would chill so much together. Like I didn't think about any of that.
You didn't have any feeling?
Never? No. It was just the fact that it was his nurturing and the way that he was, that's what I started to develop it. You know what I mean? The way that he was taking care of me and everything of that nature. And then when I saw that he was like, he didn't move. He could have just left my ass on the couch and went to the party. But he was like, no, I'm going to sit here with you and make sure you're good. And I was like, I found that good. And then when I saw he was getting, I was like, ha, okay.
Right? I'm sitting you. Okay, what about you, my dear? What was explosive? What's that your
so many amazing.
So many.
Girl. I mean, I'll talk more recently. I think on the lines of what they were saying, I think for me the most amazing sex experience when there is a love connection or like there's like a connection.
Right, like this situation.
Especially, and then it makes it that much better and that much nastier and that much everything. Like, so most recently, it wasn't like a intercourse or anything, but like, this guy that I recently met, he came to one of my friends' party, and I didn't know he was gonna be there until like 10 minutes till he got there. But I had met him prior to, and he got there, opened the door, I sat down, and the first thing he asked me, which people don't ask this, right? Like checking in on me is sexy as fuck. So he was like, "How is your heart? How is your mind, bitch?" I was like,
Take it right now!
Take my man home!
Give me your love seed, sweet.
That shit was sexy. Like that was because I'm also like sapiosexual, so like he was like that was.
Wait a minute, bitch.
Intelligence that turned me on. I'm turned on by.
Well, you can't throw these terms out here and not tell what the hell they
by
mean.
mental stimulation. So when he said that, I wasn't even thinking about like I was horny that day. I was horny as fuck that day.
Okay.
But so him doing that, I was like, fuck, like now I wanna fuck or whatever. So at the end of that night,
mine is so boring.
We had continued like multiple conversations about love and relationships.
Are you looking into his eyes?
No, not necessarily.
Smooth.
No.
He's like mind fucking.
I'm just telling him like I was sharing like some very intimate stuff with him and my other friends, and his questions and everything were just like
probing.
They were like very intriguing. Like, he was looking at me like I want to know more. I like tell me more, and I'm like cool. And then he took me home at the end of the night, and we started talking about like things that we like sexually or whatever. I think we had already been talking about that amongst my friends, but I kept saying how like I really just wanted like some head, like I wanted to get.
You wanted some, or you wanted to give some?
No, I wanted some.
Oh, and not for him necessarily. You just saying.
Yeah, in general, like I want some. And he kept talking to me, and we kept talking about. He said, "I want to take you on a date," like all this stuff. and like I've been thinking about asking you out on a date, but I've been a little intimidated. And then he was just like, I want to give you head right now. He said, I want to suck your dick right now. And I was like,
I knew it.
I'm gonna give you my love scene.
It was good. And I don't know if it was
Wait, was it good? Wait, that's what I was.
Yeah, it was because of like the vibe that was already there. Like he already was like he really made me feel like sexy as fuck. He made me feel like a king. He made me feel like he kept giving me compliments. Hell yeah, it's gonna happen. He kept giving me compliments and like we kept talking. Like he was intrigued by me and I was intrigued by him. So then when he said that, I'm like, this is like the icing on the motherfucking cake.
Yeah.
Like I ain't want him to stop because he actually stopped, and I was like, what did you stop for?
So you didn't. I didn't finish
because it was
the
in the
anticipation of it, and I'll give an update when we do the full out thing. But the anticipation of it, I'm like, yo, the hookups and shit is fun. Like it'd be good, you know, it's good to bust a nut. But like when you bust a nut with like that type of intensity.
Yeah, and it's nothing more sexier than a man with like he's showing you that he actually and he cares about like
he's not just saying it.
Well, don't judge me. This is what happened to me. Don't judge me.
Meanwhile, on Jack.
This is what happened to me. I was working at this store, and me and my best friend working at this store, and this girl walks in, and she had been to the store before, and she says, I come in here a lot. I think y'all cool. I'm having an event. Would y'all possibly want to come? I said, okay, fine. Send me the information. We exchange phone numbers or whatever. So she came back later on that day with her boyfriend.
Ooh.
I was so attracted to this man, y'all. I swear. I was so attracted to this boy. And I was trying not to show it so I wouldn't talk to her and him. I was like, I'll be right back. And my best friend would take over the conversation. I'll come back out. They still there. I'm like, I'm so attracted to this man. Let me get myself together. What's
She was
going
a wet
on?
wipe section.
Bitch, what is a wet wipe? So later on that week, we ended up going to the event. It was the event where she was bartending and her boyfriend was walking around showing artwork. I say, motherfucker.
What he looked like?
Oh, bitch, he was light skinned. He was so fucking cute. He was like 5'10", like thick but muscle. I was like, oh my God. Yes! I was like, and that's when Beyonce just got popular.
Oh,
so
my hair, this girl.
Oh, bitch. I promise. Oh, bitch. I walked in the event, and you know me, I got on these fucking chandelier gowns and earrings. So I walked in there, and he was like, hey, Mesha, how you doing? And he grabbed my sexy little body. And bitch, he held me tight. I was like, girl, you got to meet your boyfriend. I swear, I told my best friend, I said, bitch, we gotta go. He was like, no, don't go. I promise y'all, they turned this event into a sexual event. They were passing out bags with lube. They had lube. They had like, good head. The stuff you put in. Yes,
to make it
they was passing out bags of that. Bitch, I did not know it was a orgy. I didn't know. I thought we just gonna be watching art and stuff. I didn't know. Bitch, I sashayed in the corner. I said, friend, what we gonna do? We gonna leave or right? What we gonna do? Bitch, the lights started getting dim. They started turning on music. I don't know. I promise y'all, I don't know how me and this boy came together, but all I remember was he was like, I like trans women. And in my mind, I'm like, well, why are you with her? You know, because I'm thinking about her. I'm thinking about her feelings. I promise y'all. I'm thinking about her and I'm thinking about her feelings. I didn't do it that night, but he went in her phone and got my number out her phone. And maybe a week later.
Town. Wait, how was it? Was it big? Was it everything?
It was small as fuck.
Oh, shit.
It was not worth my fucking time.
Well, how big was his style?
What made it amazing then?
It was not. That's why I said don't judge me. It was not.
Was it thick?
It was like 7, but it wasn't thick. It was like veiny.
Oh, no, girl.
Yeah, and I was like, you got all this cuteness, but he was passionate. He knew he didn't have it in one area, so he overcompensated in another area. So he was like real passionate, and let's try this. You know, it didn't just last for like 30 minutes. It lasted for like 2 hours because we were trying other things, and you know. So
did he go deep? Or could he go deep?
He did go deep because I did climax. I guess from me liking him so much and him kissing me and whispering in my ear, and he was doing all the fundamentals. So I think it was explosive. What y'all think?
I thought it was explosive.
If it was explosive for you, it was.
I mean, if you got a thin 7, I can understand why the woman is doing orgy parties because she trying to find somebody else.
Y'all, it turned into an orgy like 30 minutes after we got there. They just started, here go Mesha, take this, pass this one down. I was like, I want to look in here. What's in here? Because I was just going to take it and put it in my purse. So I'm saying, bitch, open this bag up and look.
Hold on. What if you would have took that mouth thing and just thought it was messy?
Right, and just started. I'm like, what the fuck? But I don't regret it. I don't regret it because I think we were making love. Because he was like real passionate and are you okay? Do you like it like that? He was so gentle and so patient, and maybe she didn't like that. Maybe she wanted maybe and I was looking for that, but I just found it in somebody who was already attached. So if you're watching,
call me at 555
1212. Did y'all enjoy my segment?
Yes, it was lovely.
I want to hear y'all experiences too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Send us some more questions. Please like and subscribe, and we'll be right back with the Black Gay Perspective.
What makes my life real?
What makes my life real?
What make my life real?
What makes me a regular person
Is the fact that I'm ubiquitous in this grind, so you cannot miss me.
I want to live, love, laugh, and learn just like the next person.
When you cut me, I bleed.
Making boss move.
I have feelings and emotions just like any other human being.
Is that I work hard?
Being independent.
I've been through some things.
I've done the work that it takes to get where I am today.
I love a good look. I love a good outfit.
Living in my truth 24/7.
And I only speak reality, and I only speak truth.
And at the end of the day, I really just want to put people on.
We live just like anybody else.
That's what made my life real. What makes my life relentless?
What makes my life relentless?
What makes my story relentless?
What makes my life story relentless?
What makes my life story relentless? Because no matter what chapter in my life,
I stand for good. I stand for people that are standing in the dark. My drive to actually be the change in the world that I want to see.
I take punch after punch.
To have a voice, to be heard, to be seen.
no matter how many rounds I go through in life, I have remained undefeated and self-made.
I create spaces by cultivating, motivating, and inspiring those around me.
And I still come out on top.
I'm still the champion.
Yo, welcome back everybody to the Black Gay Perspective. Now, as y'all saw already or heard from him, we have our special guest Bryson, the singer, artist.
Songwriter.
All right. Let's get this together.
Vocal producer.
The aggressive bottom. All the above. Let's get this together.
Yes, honey.
All the things.
Apparently.
As you all have seen him on Real Life and Philanthropy, and now he's on the new show that you all have seen, Real Life and Music.
Yes.
So we're going to do a quick interview with Bryson, ask him a couple of questions, because there is a lot that's going to be going on with Real Life and Music. So, you ready?
Oh, they know I'm ready, child. You, are you ready?
Oh,
okay. I hope they're ready.
Y'all ready? Are y'all ready?
Cause
strap your seatbelts on. Let the windows up and cut on the air, because it's gonna be a long ride.
Cause you gonna watch this show. You gonna want to watch this one. Okay.
So it's really good. If y'all ain't seen the trailer, go check it out.
Yes, please.
So my first question is, I want you to rate your castmates' music, and so I'm gonna say a name, and you're gonna give us your
Okay.
Give us a Bryson honest opinion.
First, what kind of music are they? Are they rappers? Are they singers? And then rate the music.
All right, let's start with Chrissy.
A rapper, definitely a rapper. I would give Chrissy a 7. I was surprised. It made it better when I saw him perform live, because I never heard his music. I was kind of going off the perception of what the other people were saying about his music before I heard it. But when I heard it, I was like, oh, this is actually good. He actually said
good.
Yeah,
good, Chrissy.
Yeah.
You get a B, Chrissy.
Right.
You get a B.
I am Bo.
I love Bo now, bitch.
Now, Bo, I don't know what he does. So, I don't know if I know he's definitely not a singer. So, I'm gonna go with, now he can perform. He can wear a cute outfit. He's got nice
Not
gowns.
the gown. Not the gown, honey. No.
He's got a beautiful gown. I'm going to give his music four.
No! Oh, I love you, but I gotta rate you. A 4 is what? A D minus? Oh!
Baby, go listen. He needs the stream, honey. Go ahead and do it.
Vo, send me some music. Let me listen to it for myself.
Oh, so that means you haven't heard it.
I haven't heard it. You dirty bitch.
Welcome to the rest of America.
Oh!
Anyway.
Rebel.
I'm sorry, I just got traumatized.
What?
It just seems like there's flies around because we're talking about trash. So I don't know. Rebel's music, I will give it to him once again. He knows how to, he knows how to trot around the stage and he knows how to exercise. Cute body. But at the same time, listening to his music, it sounds like a monotone mess. It just goes. And it's like after you hearing that, after his illustrious whatever he says that he makes, I mean, for me it sounds like
I thought he said he was the most decorated artist on the platform.
Because he has the most voice recordings. It's definitely filled up on that Sony voice. You remember those Sony voice recorders? Because he's definitely not going into any real establishment. Please go. No, he does not make music. He makes voice notes. I don't think that, and what he does is he probably fucks for them videos that he be making all the way around the town, just trying to get his little thing, doing the little sex parties, which you'll see on the show. Oh. He likes to put on these masks and stuff and go around sex parties, and I think that's a good thing that he puts on a mask. I think once you see his face, you'll be glad that he did. But at the same time,
my God, no!
Wow. I just think that, Rebel is, I just don't particularly care for his music. Do I think that he can rhyme? No. Do I think that his music sounds good? No. Do I think that he has talent and he has the ability to vocalize words? Yes.
Well, I'm not going to rate you.
So
we already,
I'm going to say a 0 for me. Well, actually, no. I'm not going to be a hater because some of his production is actually a 2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give him a 2 as well. Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Bae.
Now Bae. Bae just started. Now Bae's music is better than Rebel's because Rebel has that monotone, but Bae has escalation in his voice. When I hear his rap music, when he's emphasizing his words, he goes up and down and left and where you can hear the story being told, and that's because he's animated in his stuff. So it captures me on the beat. He's able to ride the beat. He has certain cadences. So for him just starting his music, I would give him a good 6. I would give him a good 6 for that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Lottie is very good. I would give her an 8. Yeah, I would give her an 8. She is. Not only does she attack the beat very well, she has amazing stage presence. I could see it for the other ones I gave the other rating of like 6, 8. I can see them as actual artists. But Lottie, I actually could see somebody, if she's in the right camp and if she gets with the right people or networks with the right people, just based off her energy and the way that she delivers her music, I definitely think that she could actually go up and she can get in some circles.
It's Karma.
Okay, well, the thing with Karma is she's got an interesting, you know how they say Candy has an interesting sound, and she definitely has a unique sound. Mm-hmm. I think she gets in her way a lot, which is probably affecting some of the way that she probably creates music. Mm-hmm. I think that she has some growing to do, but I do think that she does have talent. But she is the underdog amongst the group because of her, her way of exuding her music that can internally affect the way people perceive her music, just based off of the way that she projects out sometimes. So right now I'm going to give her a 5 as well.
Oh, well, that's not bad.
Yeah.
You can work with a 5. Well, let me ask you this. Out of everybody that we spoke of, who is a stay and who is a go in your opinion?
Okay, I'm going to say definitely Lottie. I would do Chrissy. I would do... Oh, I'm sorry, my eye twitched. I would do Ty. Of course, me. Bae. I would do Bae.
So with these people, you can see growth and potential, and you can see that with these people.
Yeah. Okay. And even though I know Rebel is relatively, he's talented. I can't take that away from him. Even though he needs to work on his delivery in the studio and his art, he's a good performer. But I definitely wouldn't think that he should be on the show. I don't think that I don't think that he's ready for that, because if you have to wear shades and confessionals all the time, then I'm sure that you're not going to be ready for what he's
drunk and high.
say.
We're gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe he's drunk and high.
That's part of his look.
Yeah. Maybe that's his microphone when he does.
No, it's really about his looks for real. So
I have one more question.
Mm-hmm.
When they see this episode of the Black Gay Perspective, and they say, Bryson, why did you say that about me, and why did you rate me and this, that, and the third? What will be your answer?
Oh, you know better. You know better. They like, listen. There's one thing you can. There's one thing you don't want to do is you don't want to argue with me. So they can come at me and ask me questions all they want. They said they can say their opinions. They had their several opinions. I'm the old bitch. I'm the drunk bitch. I don't know nobody. I only have this amount of singles and all. Okay, so you have your opinion. I have my opinion too. Mine just happens to be factual and educated in truth.
When does this show come? What is the...
Yeah, tell the people about when the show coming out so they can tune in and watch.
Well, they can tune into the mess on April 18th, and they actually will get a key. They'll be able to see all the betrayals, all the lies, all the drama, and all of 50% mediocre music. But they're working on that. So April 18th, they'll be able to do that. And also look out for my single that we'll be releasing later on during the episode, or the next day after the episode, and you'll be able to see what music sounds like.
And I am guest starring on that single. You can catch us on iTunes. You can buy it on iTunes.
Yes, you'll be able to catch it everywhere, and I'm really proud of it because it is produced. It's produced and by a multi-platinum Grammy Award-winning producer. He did Mariah Carey's "Emancipation of Me."
Oh.
He actually worked on Beyonce's last album. Not
Renaissance.
Not Renaissance. What was the other one?
Beyonce.
I forget the name of it.
Yeah.
So. Yes. Let the girls find a beat like that. Let them pay for a beat like that instead of going on YouTube and taking off beats and then going into the studio.
Well, all right. Well, y'all heard it here first. Bryson, we want to thank Bryson for coming back and joining us again, bringing his perspective and sharing us about his music, and also telling you all about real life and music that's coming out. Again, April 18th, right?
April 18th.
Right here on the YouTube channel. Check it out, and we'll be right back.
And the rates are real.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back again to the Black Gay Perspective. I'm here with my co-host and our special guest again. We just want to thank you all for joining us for this episode, and make sure y'all come on back. And again, remember to tune in on April 18th for real life music right here on our YouTube channel.
Please.
We love you. Thank you so much. And everybody on the other cast, I love y'all. Don't beat me up. These are not the, what they say?
Not the views.
These are not the views. These are not the views.
Okay.
But we love you, and we thank you, and we love you, Bryson, and thank you for coming back to see us.
I
and we're waiting to hear that single, and I'll see you when?
Next episode.
Next episode. Peace.
Bye.